AITAH for wanting to reveal my affair partner's cheating to her husband? Story 1. I've been involved in an affair. Actually, my girlfriend partner has been having an affair with me for the last 4 months. I won't go into detail, but I feel horrible and disgusted. I've always hated cheating, and I never want anything good to come to cheaters. But now, I've gotten mixed up in it, and it's eating me alive. So 4 months ago, I met this woman. She is 29 at my gym, and we pretty much connected instantly. Over the course of 4 months, we became a couple, went on many dates, and had sex plenty of times. I was a virgin before I met her. I never had a girlfriend or sex, and I really felt that life finally kicked in for me, and that things would get better. I'm 24, and before I met her, I always felt like a reject and a weirdo because of my lack of success in dating and relationships. The other day, by chance, I found out she has a husband, and I wanted to bury myself on the spot. I felt so bad, I can't put it into words. She wanted to have sex after we had a date, but I lied and told her that I couldn't do it that day because I had something planned. I came home, and I was ashamed of myself. I managed to find her husband on social media, and I've been going back and forth on wanting and how to reveal everything. I saved all our chats, pictures, and I even have some receipts from our dinners. I talked to my mom about it, and she told me that since I managed to find him and since I have evidence, I should inform him. My mom told me that he deserves to know, and if it were up to her, she would have revealed everything, but she told me that it's my decision to make. I feel like this woman played both me and her husband, and now I hate myself. Our advice. It sounds like you're going through a very difficult and confusing situation. Discovering that someone you care about and trusted has been dishonest with you can be extremely painful, especially when it involves betrayal and deception like in this case. Here are some considerations as you think about how to move forward. Consider your feelings. It's clear that you're hurt and feeling betrayed. Take some time to process your emotions and reflect on what you need to heal from this experience. It's important to prioritize your own well-being and mental health during this time. Evaluate the impact of your actions. Think about the potential consequences of revealing the affair to her husband. While it may seem like the right thing to do, it could have far-reaching effects on multiple lives, including yours. Consider whether you're prepared to deal with those consequences, both emotionally and practically. Seek support. Talking to your mom was a good first step. It might also help to speak with a trusted friend, counselor, or therapist to sort through your feelings and gain perspective on your options. Ethical considerations. Think about your values and what you believe is the right thing to do. While many people would argue that her husband has a right to know about the affair, ultimately the decision is yours to make. Communicate directly if necessary. If you decide to confront the woman about what you've learned, do so calmly and assertively. Express your feelings and make it clear what you need to move forward, whether it's closure or simply an explanation. Focus on self-healing regardless of the outcome. Prioritize your own healing and growth from this experience. Consider what you've learned about yourself and your boundaries moving forward. Remember, it's okay to prioritize your own well-being in this situation. Take the time you need to make a decision that aligns with your values and allows you to move forward positively. First comment. AITAH. At this point, you have done nothing wrong. You didn't know she was married. If you continue to engage with this snake knowing she's married, then you have something to feel guilty about. You need to be STD tested sooner rather than later. Having been in the position of a random telling me my husband cheated, I would suggest that you open with something along the lines of I didn't know she was married and have cut contact. I don't condone cheating. I truly apologize. I didn't know she was married when I slept with and had a 4-month affair with your wife. I am sorry you are going through this. I have been on both sides. My first husband cheated on me, and I had a boyfriend at one point that I didn't know was married. I have never cheated on my partner, but I have been cheated on, and I was unknowingly the other woman. It is not a fun place to be. I feel for you. The guilt, feeling dirty and used. It stinks. But as long as you use this experience and learn from it, use it to be a better person, not say screw it and continue the affair, you will be fine. It might be wise. When you meet a woman, put it out there early. You won't tolerate cheating. It is a deal breaker for you. You won't be the other man. You have too much self-respect to turn a blind eye to that sort of thing. Second comment. Don't hate yourself. It's not your fault. Send the proof to her husband and explain that you had no clue she was married. Ask him what evidence he wants. Don't send it all at once. Some people don't like an overload of information all at once. Apologize to him and make sure you let him know once you found out that you didn't do anything else with her. I would not break it off with her until you have talked to him. If it were me, I would have a conversation with him and ask him how he wants you to handle the breakup with her. Does he want time to get his stuff together, or does he want it ended now? Story 2. How weird would it be if IF29 gave a new, solo baby my ex-M27 husband's last name? I posted a few days with a bunch of drama. My now ex-fiancé got me pregnant and blocked me on everything. He had a vasectomy and I had my IUD removed. We proceeded, and I got pregnant. He tried to force me to have an abortion the last few days, but when I refused, he blocked me. Good riddance. I don't know the quality of his vasectomy. I only know what he told me. I am going forward with the pregnancy on my own. I am divorced, have a child from a previous marriage, and I kept my ex-husband's last name. Our child had that name, so I just didn't change it. Now I've got this new baby coming, but the last name isn't originally mine. The father is obviously not going to be involved. Would it be crazy for me to give the baby another man's last name? I don't really want to go back to my maiden name because my dad was uninvolved too. Ages ago, I asked my ex-husband if I could have a baby alone and give it his name, and he said it was fine. I said it as a kind of joke, but now it seems like some cruel irony. I don't know how he would feel now. Thoughts? I also don't know how my ex's future spouses or girlfriends would feel about it. Please do not encourage me to get an abortion because I've already decided to keep the baby. I have no problems providing for the child, and I'm already emotionally attached. Our advice. Firstly, I want to acknowledge the strength and courage you've shown in navigating this challenging situation. It's clear that you're determined to move forward with this pregnancy and provide a loving home for your child, despite the circumstances. Choosing a last name for your new baby is a personal decision, and there are a few factors to consider. While it might seem unconventional to give your new baby your ex-husband's last name, there's no rule against it if it feels right for you and your family. Here are some things to think about. Your child's identity. The last name you choose for your child will become a part of their identity. If giving your baby your ex-husband's last name feels meaningful to you and connects your children as siblings, that's a valid reason to consider it. Your comfort and peace of mind. It's important that you feel comfortable with the last name you choose for your child. Since you have a history with your ex-husband and already share a child with his last name, continuing this connection may provide a sense of continuity and comfort for you. Future relationships. While you can't predict how your ex-husband or his future partners will react, ultimately, the decision about your child's last name is yours to make. Your ex-husband previously indicated he was okay with this idea, but it's understandable to wonder how he might feel now. You may want to reach out to him again to discuss this if you feel it would be helpful. Legal and practical considerations. Check local laws and regulations regarding changing or giving a child a different last name. Ensure that the decision aligns with any legal requirements in your area. Ultimately, what matters most is what feels right for you and your children. If giving your new baby your ex-husband's last name brings you a sense of peace and continuity in your family, then it's a valid choice to consider. Your child's name should reflect the love and care you're ready to provide as their mother. If you have close friends or family whose opinions you trust, it might be helpful to discuss this decision with them to gain additional perspective. Whatever you decide, remember that this is your journey and your choice, and your priority is to create a loving and nurturing environment for your children.